Oye, ¿al fin vas a poder hacerme el favor que te pedí? Sí, no problemo. Nos vemos a las 7. Making mistakes in language is part of the process, so don't feel bad if this has been you and you've been saying no problemo for weeks or maybe months. The important thing is that we can communicate because people are probably going to understand what you're trying to say. But why stay in the error? The best part of mistakes, and this applies to everything, is that they show us what we need to work on. So let's go and see 7 common mistakes in Spanish so you can avoid them or never ever say them wrong again. By the way, if this is your first time in this channel, I'm Maria and I will be your Spanish teacher throughout this lesson, and hopefully from now on if you like this. So let's start with no problemo. Why is it wrong? First of all, the word problemo no existe. It doesn't exist. The word is problema. And ironically enough, it's a masculine word, even though it finishes with an A. So it's el problema. This is an exception, so you're gonna have to learn it by heart. If you want to say no problem, you need the help of the verb haber for your sentence to make sense. So it would be no hay problema. No hay problema. In this sentence, the verb haber is conjugated in the third person singular and it indicates the existence, or in this case, the non-existence of something. In case you need to understand the grammar behind it, but as always, I encourage you not to overthink sentences too much. No hay problema literally translates to there is no problem, and that's the only thing you need to know. Oye, ¿al fin vas a poder hacerme el favor que te pedí? Sí, no hay problema. Nos vemos a las 7. Dale. No bueno. This expression reminds me of hostels. I hear this quite a lot every time I go on a trip, and maybe they're talking about going partying or drinking and someone is like, no bueno, which I think is hilarious in a joking context. And of course, with this hyper connection the internet has allowed us to have as a planet, it's only normal that languages start crossing with each other. So I guess if you're joking is fine, and I personally find it funny, but it's not correct. There are a few ways to say this depending on what you want to express. It could be no está bien. No está bien. This means it's not okay or it's not right. For example, ¿te fuiste sin pagar la cuenta? Eso no está bien. ¿Qué tal que se la cobren a los empleados del restaurante? Again, that would be no está bien. It's not okay or it's not right. The other way would be no es bueno o no es buena. It's not good. ¿Qué tal ese restaurante? La verdad no es bueno. ¿Qué tal la comida en ese restaurante? ¿Qué tal la comida en ese restaurante? La verdad no es buena. In this part, you can play a little with the verb ser y estar depending on the context. For example, if you're talking about whether a fruit is good to eat or not, it would go something like this. Oye, ¿sabes si esta banana está buena? Yo creo que sí. Pélala a ver. Careful with the feminine and masculine. ¿Sabes si este aguacate está bueno? Está verde. If you're still struggling with ser and estar in Spanish, I encourage you to watch our ser versus estar video where I break it down for you. Next common mistake, soy 25 años. This mistake comes from directly translating from English to Spanish. Translating is necessary up to a certain point when learning a language, but it will not always be the more convenient thing to do. We can see it in this case. Since we say, I am 25 years old in English, it's a common mistake for Spanish learners to say, soy 25 años. But in Spanish, age is something you have, not something you are. So the correct way to say your age in Spanish is tengo 25 años. Tengo 25 años. Me gusto. Gustar is a tricky verb. I'm not going to lie. It may take you a few mistakes before you master it, and that's completely fine. If you want to say you like something or you like to do something, the phrase you're looking for is me gusta. If you want to say you like something or you like to do something, the phrase you're looking for is me gusta. I'm going to drop some examples so you know what I'm referring to. Me gusta nadar. Me gusta correr. Me gusta la comida. Me gusta el sol. As you could see, it didn't matter that la comida is feminine and el sol is masculine. Me gusta stayed the same. And please do not overthink this or try to make sense of it with English, please, because you will end up frustrated. This is the way the Spanish language works. And the more you use it, the more familiar you will get with it. If you're still interested in the grammar, I know I'm a grammar lover, but I have realized it's not that necessary when learning a language. I might get some tomatoes from that statement. Anyways, if you're still interested in the grammar, go ahead and learn why it works that way. Just don't stress over it. In case you need to say you like a plural noun, you will need me gustan. Me gustan las frutas. Me gustan las verduras. Me gustan los días lluviosos. Next mistake, mover en vez de mudar. This also happens when we translate directly from English to Spanish. The verb to move translates to mover or reflexive verb moverse, which for example is doing this. En este momento me estoy moviendo. But when we want to say we are relocating, we use the verb mudarse. For example, me voy a mudar a Medellín en junio. Me voy a mudar a un apartamento más grande. Siguiente error, buscar por. This one happens because we use to look for or to search for in English. Again, a problem with direct translations, so you can see why it's best to avoid it. Anyway, just by saying buscar, you're expressing to look for or to search for. Adding por is incorrect. Voy a buscar por un apartamento es incorrecto. Voy a buscar un apartamento es correcto. Voy a buscar por un restaurante es incorrecto. Voy a buscar un restaurante es correcto. Pedir por. It's the same case as before with buscar. Since in English you say to ask for, Spanish students tend to add por, but it's incorrect. Just by saying pedir, you're already expressing to ask for. Voy a pedir por comida. Incorrect. Voy a pedir comida. Correct. Voy a pedir por un café. Incorrect. Voy a pedir un café. Correct. All right, so let's review again those mistakes so you never ever make them again. Let's play a little game. I'm going to say it the wrong way and you are going to correct me. You're going to say, no es así. Se dice. Don't worry, it's all going to be on the screen. All you need to do is read it. And remember that if you need the video to go slower, all you need to do is click on the settings thingy and select 0.75 as the speed. No problemo. Ah, okay. No bueno. Soy 25 años. Me gusta cantar. Me voy a mover a Medellín. Voy a buscar por un apartamento más bonito. Voy a pedir por comida. And that was it for today's video. Let me know in the comments if you have made any of the mistakes above. No shame. If you like this, please take a second of your time to hit the like button. We work very hard to deliver quality content to you guys, and it would be great help if you could show us some love by interacting with the platform. Subscribe for more videos like this one. We release a new one every Tuesday, plus 3 60-second lessons throughout the week, so you can always learn Spanish on the go. Gracias por ver el video y nos vemos a la próxima lección. Chao!